Welcome to Basic Brewing Video. I'm James Spencer.
I'm Steve Wilkes.
We're going to talk about a Partigyle brew that we did, and a Partigyle is
Getting more than one beer from the same mash.
that's right. We did. Usually you get like two, but we tried to press it to 4. We'll see what happens. We take it back to the brew day on the patio with our our electric brewing systems one windy November day.
My camera.
All right, Steve. Here we are. It's November 27th.
68 degrees out here. Fahrenheit.
I think this global warming thing is going to catch on.
I do too.
I like it today. Okay, so what do we got here?
Well, it's either a Toll House cookie recipe or it's 12, ready for the raisins. I'm going to make a Belgian Golden Strong.
Okay.
So this is 12 pounds of Dingemans Pilsner malt, 1 pound of flaked oats, and 1 pound of torrified wheat. Torrified wheat has been milled along with the Pilsen malt, and then the oats are just in here. Didn't mill those because they're taken care of. That's what's in here.
Rolled.
They're rolled. So that's the grain mill for my big beer, which will then turn into a little beer eventually.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's mash in here.
We're mashing in.
And we're avoiding the dough balls.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right, here we go. Wait.
Wow.
And it's windy, so
Yeah.
the neighbors get
You're going to get brewer's lung.
grueling.
It is. It's gruel. Life is gruel. Then you die.
Man, oh man.
Look at that.
It's been an hour.
And the mash is done, the monster mash. So now we're going to Vorloff this off.
We're gonna go from one system to the other.
Yep,
You ready?
I'm ready.
Crank it.
You just crank it wide open?
Crank it wide open.
All right. Put the pedal to the metal. Look at that.
Boy, that's inspirational.
Makes me kind of need to go to the bathroom.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. So that's going to be your wort.
Yep.
Then I am going to put some more water in here.
Ooh, look at that. Look at that go down.
And
It's
and
like
then
my souffle.
and then we'll see what we got. So what do we got?
Well, we've got the raw wort for what I have to decide is going to be a Belgian Golden Strong, so about an 8.2, 8.4% beer, or the way it is right now, it will come out to be a 5.6% beer if I boil it for an hour. So I have to decide whether to go for volume and leave it as essentially a Belgian blonde, or go for alcoholic strength and boil it for an extra half hour, 20 minutes to get the volume down, but the original gravity up to give me the 8.2 to 8.4% beer that I had planned on. So I've got to make a decision about this, and at the moment I'm leaning toward volume.
Bigger amount of a smaller beer.
More beer to drink, less headache in the morning.
So we got, because we didn't sparge.
Exactly.
A lot of the sugars are still in here for me.
Right.
So we didn't collect those in yours.
Right.
So your efficiency is lower.
My efficiency's lower, and I did bring 2 pounds of dextrose with me to up the alcoholic content.
Right.
On purpose, but that's all I brought. And so I didn't take into account losing the sugars from the sparge. Didn't even think about that. So I'm still lower in terms of the pre-boil gravity. I was looking for about 1072 pre-boil gravity, but I'm at 1053, according to the refractometer.
Right. So your choice is you could boil for longer and get a stronger beer and less of it.
Or I could lance the boil.
Or you could just go with what you got.
Or go with what you got. That's right.
So what are you going to do?
I think I'm going to go with what I got.
Okay.
I like the idea, and to be honest with you, if this comes out the way I think it would be at the moment, I got a 5.6% beer. Lovely beer anyway.
Yeah,
so
it'll be tasty.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I put 6 gallons of water in on top of the grains from the mash tun, and I'm stirring that every now and then while I bring it up to 170 degrees Fahrenheit, and when it reaches that temperature, I'm gonna take the grain out, and I'll take a gravity reading at that point, and then decide what I'm gonna do.
Right.
So there you go.
So this is kind of Zen and the art of brewing.
It's improvisation.
That's right. Yes.
All right. Okay, so here's where we are. I collected my wort from the second runnings, and I gotta turn my heat down a little bit. Boil that dust speck. Okay, so I collected the wort from the second runnings, and it came around 1016. So I thought that was pretty low. So I put in 3 pounds of light dry malt extract, and now I'm at like 1032. But I forgot, I've got specialty grains over there to make this kind of a porter, and I forgot to put them in. So I should have put them in while I was collecting the wort from the mash. So I didn't do that. So now I'm gonna start the boil now to start boiling off some water to increase the gravity a little bit, and at the same time I'm gonna put my specialty grains in a grain bag and go inside on the stove and steep them in like a gallon of water.
It'll work.
We may or may not have been drinking beer.
I had a grape knee high, just so you know.
I had a grape waist high. So Steve is on track over there. He's coming up to the boil. And I gotta go steep some grains. Okay, so I went inside and I put, what was it, half a pound of chocolate malt, half a pound of black patent, and half a pound of 120 Lovibond Crystal. Steve says yes. And I put it in a gallon of water, and I brought it up to 150, and I let it sit there for 15 minutes or so. So we're at the boil, so I'm going to add this in here. And we'll probably have to boil a little longer to make up for this additional water that I'm putting into here. So, ooh, a little sludge in there.
Sludge is good.
So that killed my boil, but it'll be, with this system, it'll be back up in no time at all. And so that's, now we got a porter from the base beer, or the second runnings of Steve's base beer.
I think it's pretty amazing myself.
So
we've started off with a Belgian strong that's turned into a Belgian blonde that's now morphed into a porter with a steeped grain addition.
Yeah, and it almost wasn't a porter. But
That's right.
It's all about improvisation.
That's right.
And which means that we'll never be able to do these recipes the same ever again.
That's
But
okay.
that's okay.
Yeah, that's what homebrewing is all about.
That's right. Oh, Steve!
Oh yeah, a Rochester.
Mary! Nobody's getting any of these
No,
references.
they're too old.
Where are we at?
We're at your house.
Yes.
But I've added I've added 2 of my 3 hop additions so far. So my beer is getting 1 ounce of cluster at 60 minutes and 2 ounces of Styrian Celeia at 30 minutes. The both of those are now in, and I've got about 20 minutes to go before I add the Flameout hop, which will be 2 ounces of French. Can I say it? Strisselspelt.
Well, you're bittering with cluster, and I'm bittering with Fuggles.
So it's a cluster Fuggle. I knew it.
So I boiled. We're all steamy. I boiled until I'm at like 1040 now, so which is a respectable starting gravity.
Yep.
So here goes an ounce of UK Fuggles in there, and I'm going to do those for 60 minutes, and then I'll put more Fuggles at the end. So we're going to town here.
It's more fun than a barrel of monkeys.
And we're drinking some commercial beer as well. So there you go. All right, stay tuned. So here we are at the end of the brew day.
Yep.
My wort is chilling. I added 2 more ounces of UK Fuggles, and you added your Strisselspelt.
Say that 3 times fast.
Strisselspelt. And your wort is chilled, and you're about to add your yeast, which is
The Imperial Organic Gnome It's a Belgian yeast strain, highly flocculent, great for making Belgian ales quickly that need to be crystal clear and not filtered.
And what was your original gravity? You wound up being
1064.
yeah, so pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we thought it was going to be.
I thought it was going to be like 1053, I think. It's been a long day.
So it was a good boil.
Yeah.
So I haven't checked my my gravity, but I boil for a good long time. So I bet it's. I don't know. We'll see. When we get back to the kitchen in the future, I'll tell you what the original gravity was.
Have
But
a fly on my ear.
I thought you were just happy to see me. Now, so I'm going to pitch the Imperial Organic Yeast Pub.
Yeah.
So looking forward to that. So we got our nice little porter and our Belgian strong. Is it strong now?
It's
Yeah,
pretty
very
strong. Yeah, it's pretty strong now.
So it's pretty, and we had a great day.
Indeed.
Beautiful weather. So back to us in the future in the kitchen. So there you go.
That was quite a day.
That was quite a day. Not everything went perfectly,
No?
but we had a lot of fun. Number one,
Yep.
and number two, it's sometimes not that everything goes perfectly, but what you do when things don't go perfectly.
That's right. When life hands you lemons, you make a Belgian Golden Strong
And a porter.
and a porter.
So let's try yours first.
Okay.
This is your Belgian Golden Strong, which turned out to be strong. You were worried there for a while that it wasn't going to be.
I was. It turned out to be a 7.3% beer.
Ooh.
Give that a shot.
Ooh, it's beautiful.
It's a pretty beer. And 33 IBU, 7.3%. Cheers.
Cheers.
That's good,
It's very tasty.
actually.
It's very nice.
Surprisingly.
Well, it's been a while since we brewed this beer, and it's been in the bottle a while.
Yep.
It's delicious.
Didn't get quite the head retention I wanted, as in any.
Yeah, we're not sure what the deal is with that. We have a couple of theories, but with the ingredients that we had, it should have had more.
Should have
of a head
rocked
retention.
out. So something happened, but
Something
it tastes good, and
It's
I'm gonna let it go
delicious,
with that.
and more time in the bottle, maybe more carbonation. It might come up later.
This is one of those brews where everything that could go wrong kind of did, meaning that I bottle conditioned it, and the heater they broke at my store. So for like almost 10 days, I had like 50-degree heat in there.
So this has been lagered.
Yeah, lagered on corn sugar. So it's just now coming into its own.
Well, it's delicious. Now mine.
So we took this golden Belgian mash,
Right.
and you made
A porter.
a porter.
And I added the specialty ingredient, as we said, it showed in the video, added the specialty ingredients, added malt extract, and came out with a starting gravity of 1055, ended up 1012, so 5.7% is what I've got.
I poured vigorously.
Boy, you're going to get comments.
I'm sure. I didn't realize it. See, I'm so used to mine.
Now, see, yeah.
You got a lot. You got a lot of head there.
2 hours later,
No. Nice. It's actually really nice.
that's a tasty beer.
I think I like yours better than mine. Just throwing that out there.
Oh, thank you very much.
I do. I really like it.
I like yours as well.
It's not as it's porter-esque.
Yeah, it's a little bit lighter
Yeah.
in body than I wanted it to be. Mm-hmm. It's kind of the body is kind of cola-esque,
Yeah.
but it's very tasty. It's very.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say it's very delicious, but it'll work.
Well, it is.
I like it.
I like it too. And you're right. The mouthfeel is it's very Pepsi-like.
But not
That's
crystal.
good.
Not crystal Pepsi. 'cause
No,
it's
not
dark.
Crystal Pepsi.
Okay, so
Okay, so that's the two primary beers we got. But you
it's good.
couldn't leave well enough alone.
Could not leave well enough alone.
All right.
So we gotta get the crystal glasses out for this.
Okay. You know, I love her first album.
Crystal glasses?
Actually,
Okay.
she's a fan dancer back in the old days. All right.
Okay, so what I'm getting choked up. So what I did was there's a brewery in Hot Springs, Arkansas, run by Rose Schweikart, and she is very talented. And I had a jalapeno golden stout down there, which was delicious, and it really had a lot of jalapeno pepper flavor. It wasn't a heat bomb, but it was not. It smelled like peppers, tasted like peppers, but it was able to balance the heat. So I tried. So why don't you open that and pour it?
All right.
What I did was I simply sliced up a couple of jalapenos. I took the seeds out of one of them, and I split this batch of beer. I put 2 gallons into a Mr. Beer fermenter and put these jalapenos in there.
Okay.
And see what you think. Cheers.
Ooh.
It's not as peppery as hers.
No, but I get plenty of jalapeno in the nose.
Do you?
Which hurts. It's hard to.
It'll burn those nose
You got to
hairs
go to
out.
the ENT guy and get that out. It's very nice. I almost wish it had more.
Exactly. I would have put more. Next time, I'll
want
put
more.
more jalapenos in there.
Yeah.
And this one has funky head retention, or none head retention too. I wonder if that has anything to do with the jalapeno oil.
That's what I would think.
I don't know.
That's what I was worried about with mine too. It's like, what kind of oil did I get in there? But that's nice, and I want more chilies. A jalapeno porter with a side of jalapenos.
I want to start a new feature called "Did I Ruin It?" And this one, no. Actually, yeah, I think that fresh jalapeno, and this was
Very nice.
just overnight.
Yeah.
So the fresh jalapenos in there just overnight, bottle conditioned.
That's got a really nice vegetal quality in a good way. Mm-hmm. A lot of times when we say vegetal, that's a bad thing, but
Right.
this is really nice.
It's peppery. It's
peppery.
kind of almost like a bell peppery kind
very
of
bright.
character. And and the heat's starting to build up on the back. Okay,
All right, that's beer number 3.
3 out of 4. Now, I was inspired. We sat down with a brewer from Lost 40 Brewing in Little Rock a while back.
It was a wonderful day.
And they were doing some things on wine barrels.
Right?
So I made a little wine kit that I bought at your store. And after I finished it, I was putting stuff up, and I found this little packet of, little envelope of oak powder. And I was like, I forgot to put that in the wine. Or I didn't see it. Anyway, so I said, I'll put it in this beer. So what I did was I put some of the porter from the Partigyle brew in a 1 gallon jug. I put this oak powder in there.
Yeah.
And then I topped it off with a cup or so of Merlot that I had made from from the wine kit. So, and then I shook it up and let it sit on there for a while. I can't remember.
A while?
A while.
With Will Beaton?
That's right. I can't remember how long I let it sit on there, but it was enough to let things settle down.
Gotcha.
So we got an oak aged wine porter, Merlot porter.
From the Partigyle.
From the Partigyle. It's the same beer.
You'll note that I'm pouring more traditionally.
Well,
I should have poured this aggressively.
yeah, the head retention, not sure what's going on with this whole thing.
Yeah, this whole thing, it's like 2 miles of bad road. All right. I don't know what that means, but it's not good.
It's a bumpy process.
That's right. Smells good.
So the question is, did I ruin it?
Almost.
It's not a great improvement, is it?
Actually, I like the flavor, but there's no carbonation that I can tell. It's just like, it's not carbonated.
Yeah.
And so it needs that carbonation
because otherwise it's just kind of sweet.
Just kind of a brown wine.
And who hasn't paid for that in a Mexican restaurant?
I'll have the brown.
That's right. Give me a bottle of brown.
Red or white? I'll have the brown. It goes good with tacos.
It's not bad. I mean,
It's not slowing us down from drinking it.
it has. See, I think it has possibilities.
Yes.
It needs to be revisited
Yes.
somehow.
Yes.
It definitely has some things going for it. I like the grapey jamminess of it. The flavor's nice, but I've lost all semblance of a porter.
Yeah. Yeah. The port too much wine, and the oak is not coming through as I hoped it would.
No, but it's there.
It's not
Maybe
awful.
cut back on the wine. I don't know. I don't even know what to tell you to do. But but it's not awful. But it is interesting, and the flavor is nice.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's my expert critique.
So there you go.
So there you go.
4 beers from one brew day.
Yeah. What can we say about that?
Well, I think the winners are the original 2 beers.
The 2 originals are quite good. Actually, I mean, the experiment here is the jalapeno is nice. I could use more of it, a little bit less on the Merlot, and then figure out some way to carbonate it, and you get a pretty good beer.
There you go.
All right.
Right. First of 4 shows recording today.
Peace.
Cheers, everybody.
Victory at sea.
Happy brewing. Come and visit us online. At basicbrewing.com, you can find archive lists of our audio and video podcasts on home brewing. You can also find our DVDs and our brewer's logbook, where you can track and log up to 50 batches of beer. If you're in Fayetteville, Arkansas, stop by Steve's Brew Shop or find him online at stevesbrewshop.com.
I kind of like this, actually. I mean, it's kind of weird, but I like it.